Today we are going to be taking a look at the Hogs DR1 official race drone. It is an FPV, Wi-Fi FPV FLIER, geared towards beginners. Let's get into the review and check it out. So right off the bat, I'm assuming you guys came here to see this FPV and fly. So let's get right into the FPV review. And then I'm gonna come back and give you some final thoughts on the race drone here. This is gonna be the indoor flight review, the FPV review of the Hogs DR1 race drone. So let's jump into the app and show you what we got here. Once you connect, it's called DR1 race and then a bunch of letters and numbers. So you're gonna wanna connect to that. I don't believe there was a password or anything on it. So it says, now you are in the cockpit seeing what the drone sees. Swipe left to try a different cockpit. So you can switch through various ones. These ones are locked, so I'm assuming you're gonna have to do some flight time to unlock those. And you can also swipe all the way to remove them. So we're gonna check that green check mark, and then it's telling us to push on our controller this button here, and that's going to allow you to see what the camera on your phone sees, see what's in front of you. So that's a really cool feature. So we'll turn that off and we should be good to go. So right now I'm just gonna stick it in the goggles. I am screen recording here. Ooh, what's this? Gold wings. Practice takes a lot of crashes. Here's what it takes. You've unlocked the fighter cockpit. So I unlocked one of those cockpits. So that's pretty cool. I think I just stopped my screen recording. I did. So we should be good to go. Hopefully. I'm going to put this in here very carefully and close it up, and we should be good to go. So I'll put the goggles on here. I am going to move the quad this way. I'm going to hit record on my quad. We're going to go halfway up, and that's going to engage the motor. So I got a nice little course set up here. We're going to see if we can go. I've actually never attempted to go in the basement with this one, so we're going to try that today. So it is Wi-Fi FPV, and normally you wouldn't want Wi-Fi FPV, but this is definitely very doable. I'm in a pretty tight space here in the entryway, no problem. Let's see if we can go in the bathroom and see if we can make it in there. We do. See if we can go into the mirror and get a shot. There we are. I see us. Let's go up close. Let's ram the mirror since we got these ducks. Very nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Uh-oh. Come on, here we go. Out the bathroom. There's me. So now let's venture into the living room. I have the tunnel of terror set up here. There's Lucy. Lucy, I'm trying not to bother you, but you're probably gonna wanna go in the bedroom or something. I got another camera set up over here. Let's go visit it. What's up? Contour Rome, and a nice shot of the front yard. Here's my living room. Let's go over this chair. And the one thing with this guy is the altitude hold makes it a little bit difficult to get into some spaces. So we're gonna try this tunnel here. I haven't attempted it yet. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, we made it. Let's go briefly down the hall. So we're doing pretty good here. And let's see if we can turn around without having too many problems. We can. All right, so we made it through the tunnel. Can we make it through the car? That's why I have the car sitting there. That's gonna be a little tougher, I think. Less area to go through, but a little bit of a tighter space. No, we didn't make it in, didn't make it in. Let's try it this way. And it is a little bit difficult to make the micro adjustments with this. Oh, we made it. Yeah, what's up? All day, all day. Okay, so I haven't attempted this yet. Let's try the basement. I can easily do this with the tiny whoop, and it's got the range and everything. So let's try the DR1 down the basement. Oh! Let me go get that. Let me go get that. We're gonna try that again. I don't even know where it went. Where'd you go? Are you behind the couch? I legit don't know where it went. It's gotta be somewhere around here. Let's just move some things. you under the couch? No. Where are you? I might have to go get the transmitter. So let's see if we can find it with the transmitter. I hear it. I'm thinking it's in here. Uh-oh. Oh, fell in the Jolly Jumper, my daughter's Jolly Jumper. Could try to hit that 1,000 times and I wouldn't hit it. Found it. Okay, I have retrieved the quad. Let's go and give that another whirl. So, I'm gonna come out here, turn around, and let's give the basement another whirl. Try not to hit the railing. A little bit difficult with the light and dark situation. This is where you don't want altitude hold. Okay, so we're in the basement. We're good. Let's see if we can go through the elliptical like we do with the tiny whoop. Oh yeah, definitely not that time. We'll get it though. We will get it. Let's try it. Nope, not happening there. Let's come around this way. Nope. All right, so let's do a little treadmill. Treadmill's doable. A little bit of, I feel like you can feel a little bit of latency now that we're a little farther away. Let's try to go under my table here. Ooh, ooh, oh yeah. I want to get that elliptical. Let's try that again. So let's go, this is an angle I usually hit it at. Whoa. Got through one. Uh-oh, our battery level's low. Oh, let's see if we can return. See if we can make it back. Oh, that was interesting maneuver right there. What up? We made it back, no problems. Had the one crash, but hey, how about that? DR1 race drone, Wi-Fi FPV from Hogs. I'm impressed with this guy. So why don't I give you some final thoughts on it? Hope you guys enjoyed that FPV review of the Hogs DR1 race drone here. I gotta say, I'm really impressed by this one. When I heard that they were going with Wi-Fi for the FPV, I was kind of really disappointed, but I gotta say, it is very flyable. Not quite as good as 5.8 gigahertz, but this is definitely a step in the right direction and very exciting. So let's get into some specs on the quad here. It is a tiny whoop style quad, but it is a little bit larger. I have the B whoop here, so there you got a little size comparison. The Hogs is much larger, and let's give it a little weigh here. See what we come in at as far as weight is concerned. So that's coming in at 48 grams on the scale here, so probably 30 grams heavier than your average tiny whoop. Flight characteristics of it are very good. I like the way it flies. It has a small controller, and if you remember in the unboxing video, I kind of complained about it a little bit, and it is very small, but it is flyable. The sticks, you know, it's not smooth. You're not gonna be able to get real precise movements. Probably if you practice quite a bit, you get used to flying with this, but you know, obviously I'm more used to flying with a Tyrannus or a full-size hobby grade transmitter, so this was a little bit difficult for me, but I think it is geared toward kids getting into FPV racing, and for that I think it's more than adequate. I think if you got a kid out there that is interested in FPV racing, this is an awesome option for you. Don't hesitate to buy it. It is great. You're gonna have hours of fun with it. Your kid will, you will, I did. The camera on it is adjustable, and it is a 150-degree wide-angle lens, so very wide angle, and that gave me a little bit of problems too. It's a wider angle than I'm used to, but I think if you flew around with it enough, it's not gonna give you any problems. You're gonna get used to it. The big question is, how is the Wi-Fi FPV? And I think I answered that in the flight review, but I'll talk a little bit more about it here. It is very good. I mean, there is probably a little bit of latency, but Definitely flyable. You saw me fly it through my house, into the basement, had the one crash with it. And I think the altitude hold plays a part in that, because with the altitude hold, it's a little tough to get it into some confined spaces. But if you're just starting out, this is definitely gonna get you into the FPV game. The FPV headset, you're gonna stick your smartphone in here and just close it up like that and you're good to go. And that's one of the ways they kept the cost down on this. It's under $100. Everything you need to get into FPV, as long as you got a smart device. And I'm not really sure on what the specs on that are, so you probably wanna check Hogs' website before you make the purchase of this, just to make sure whatever smart device you've got is able to run this. But as far as comfort with flying, I didn't have any problems with it. It's got some padding here, and it's kind of like a cutout for your nose. I think basically what they did is they tried to make it one size fits all, and I think they probably did a very good job with that. So depending on what kind of face you have, should be able to fly it. You might be able to fly this with glasses. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't wear glasses, so I don't really have a way of testing that. But there is quite a bit of space in here. So depending on how big your glasses are, you might be able to fly this with glasses. If I was gonna get into negatives with this, I would say the flight time is a little bit negative. You're only getting about 4 minutes, and that wouldn't bother me so much if it didn't have the internal battery. So no way of changing out the battery in this. You're just gonna have to plug it in and charge it every time you wanna fly it. And it gets you probably about an hour charging time, maybe a little bit less. The manual said around 80 minutes, but I found that it was much shorter than that. Usually 40 to 50, I would say, to charge the battery. So 4-minute flight time to a 40 to 50 minute charging time. It's a little bit steep ratio, but I kind of understand why they did it. It's geared more toward children, so they probably don't want you messing around with lipos and things like that. So I kind of understand the decision to have the fixed internal battery. It is an FPV FLIER, and when you are flying at FPV and you get a low battery, you get the message in the app, which is definitely a really cool feature. But if you are flying this line of sight, kind of tough to see the LEDs blinking on you. So be aware of that. I think most of you are gonna be flying this FPV anyway, so it's probably not gonna be an issue. But no real visible LEDs when you're flying this line of sight. Let's check out the app and go over some of the features of the app. So what I'm gonna do here is show you how to connect. You go into your Wi-Fi settings and you're gonna connect to the DR1 race drone, and mine says 36D8D. Probably gonna vary on what the actual name of this is. So if you're connected to your home Wi-Fi or whatever, you're gonna wanna disconnect from that and connect to the DR1 race drone. It will create a Wi-Fi hotspot, and you will be able to link up to the quad and see what the camera sees. And the name of the app is DR1 FPV, and you can find that on Google Play and the App Store. So once you get into the app, it's gonna attempt to connect, and you're gonna have to wait a minute until it finds the connection with the Wi-Fi on your quad. There we go, we are connected, and when you're first launch in, it's gonna give you these directions. You are now in the cockpit, you see what the drone sees. Swipe left to try different cockpit views. So if we swipe left here, we got like a spaceship looking thing. What did we start out with? I guess that's spaceship-y also. This is also kind of spaceship looking. Then you go over here, and again, they're going with the spaceship theme. And that one I think is the one I just unlocked. This one here, and then this one you fly a little bit more and you'll get some flight time in, and you can unlock that. So tap the green check mark when you're ready. We are ready, and then we went over this in the flight review a little bit. So on your controller, there's a video camera looking button and a picture looking button. And if you push the one that looks like a picture, that one is going to take you to your phone camera, and you'll be able to, so the idea behind this is you got your FPV headset on, you want to see what's in front of you, you can push this button and you can see everything in front of you. So that's really a cool feature. And you push it again and it's going to go back to the recording. And you can also swipe, if you swipe all the way to the right, it's going to lose the cockpit for you. And then we'll go back to our home screen, and here you're going to find your edit and share. You can edit and share the videos. I didn't really mess around with that, so not sure what that's all about. You got tutorials, you got cool videos. I think that's like an online place where people can share their videos of flying the race drone around. That's pretty cool. It's gonna go in and you can check your controls. So kind of like a help menu. And then you got different awards. These are unlocking things. The first one, you complete the basic training, you get an award. 10 minutes of flight time, you get another award. And 25 minutes of flight time, you unlock the gold wings. And then there's titanium and platinum. So pretty cool that they have a bunch of different features you can unlock. The fly button is going to take you back to your view from the quadcopter. A little bit annoying that this screen pops up every single time you load into it. I think after the first time you do it, you shouldn't have to deal with it anymore, but it is what it is, I suppose. And go to the tutorials, and this tells you you're leaving the app. I believe it takes you to like their YouTube page, and that is correct. So inside their YouTube page, they have a bunch of different tutorials for you, and it's really nice. This is all right here in the app. They got some guy named Johnny FPV. I hear he's a pretty good pilot. Maybe it's pronounced Yanni. I don't know. It might be a soft J. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it goes into how to launch and everything like that. Definitely a nice feature for you. You got Johnny FPV. I'm just messing with you. I know exactly who Johnny is. Great pilot. If you haven't heard of him, go check him out. He's got awesome YouTube videos. I like the one in Chicago where he's flying around the boat at sunset. So definitely a very cool app. Definitely a very cool quad. I think if you've got someone interested in FPV and they don't want to spend a lot of money, they just want to try it out, this is a good option for you. It's under $100. It's gonna be hard to break props. It's gonna be hard to break your camera, and it's a pretty durable little guy. I've crashed it. You guys saw me crash it into the mirror and crash it into the stairs. Haven't broken any props, haven't had any issues with this guy at all. So I think if you wanna spend the money on this, go right ahead, you're not gonna regret it. Has a much better Wi-Fi FPV feed than say any of the Sky Vipers. Basically, it's the best Wi-Fi FPV quad I've ever used, hands down. And that's saying a lot because I've flown quite a few of them, as you can probably tell from back here. Didn't give you guys a line of sight flight of this. You guys saw it flying around the house. I had a bunch of different cameras going. How'd you guys like that anyway? Let me know up in the screen here. We'll put a little poll up there. What'd you guys think of that? But I will roll some footage of me flying this outside. Flew it on a fairly windy day, and on the second rate here, this thing gets quite a pitch going. It can fly into the wind very easily. I think Hogs recommends you fly this indoors, but if you're gonna fly at line of sight, you can definitely fly it outside very easily. It flies very well. The flight characteristics of this are awesome. I really like the way this one flies. But I did try some FPV outside and didn't have much luck with it. It was pretty windy the day I was trying, but it just seemed kind of strange with the goggles on, and it was kind of hard to see the FPV. It was a little pixelated and stuff. I think they recommend you fly this indoors, and it was, I'm not saying you can't fly it outside. You probably could on a calm day, but definitely recommend this as an indoor FPV flyer. So there you go, guys. Hogs DR1 official race drone, FPV race drone. Definitely an awesome entry into the FPV world if you're looking to get into it, or if you like Hogs, or if you want to check it out. I highly recommend it. This is an awesome flyer. You're gonna have tons of fun. Just a little bit short on the flight time, but you know, it is what it is. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll leave you guys with a little bit of flying here with the DR1 race drone, and we'll catch you in the next video.